Now, Joel is not particularly thrilled with having to walk with Ellie here and smuggle her. I'm hypothesizing very early on. I mean, I'm not going to win any awards as a therapist for suggesting that Ellie being roughly the same age as Joel's daughter was when she died is going to have an effect on the way that he sees her. My initial hypothesis about this, and I'll be curious to see how this plays out if it's true, is that Joel has probably tucked his memory of Sarah far away emotionally. And the idea that he would have to take care of another girl that age is going to stir that up unless he stays very callous and employs his suppression mechanics in this moment. And we saw that a little bit at the end of the stream last night where Joel is like, I don't want to do this. And he's very directive and cold with Ellie, even though she's a young child during a really rough time in the world. So I will be interested to see kind of what happens with Joel as he is tasked with taking care of somebody, because Joel has had to take care of lots of folks in his life when that is intensely vulnerable for him to do and potentially stirs some of that up. It's impossible for him to not, at the very least, make that connection himself. And whether he chooses to suppress or kind of open himself up to that, we'll see. My t-shirt size is small. What happened to the lady you were chilling with last episode? So Tess is with Marlene. Marlene is the leader of the Fireflies. Marlene is taking Tess to the guns so we can see that we have them. We got to get Ellie to a handoff on the outskirts of Boston.
Whoa. I heard all the shooting, but... what happened?
The Fireflies. Same thing's gonna happen to us if we don't get off the street.
You're the pro. I'm just following you.
Yeah, so we're a little standoffish. We just met each other. We're gonna need to work together here. So what happens when people are thrust into new situations like this is they will often employ whatever their go-to strategy is to get the thing done, right? Joel and Ellie are probably gonna look at some sort of like bond as being probably detrimental to their survival, so they're probably gonna stay cold and just kind of suppress all that shit and just let's get the job done. Also, this is a temporary arrangement. I just gotta get her to the edge. Also, we're past curfew, so we gotta be careful here. All those folks locking themselves in.
Down here.
Whatever will we find?
Keep up.
I am.
There we see more of that coldness. We also have no idea why she's so important. Like, I have, you know, like what was happening in Mass Effect. I've been given so little info about her.
Harboring or aiding wanted criminals is punishable by...
The curfew is 6 to 6.
Do not place yourself at risk. Report any suspicious activity immediately.
Okay.
Where are we going?
Up there. That'll get us to the north tunnel.
How are we supposed to reach that?
Just give me a minute.
Hey. Cliche dumpster. Love to see that. Ellie, are you able to even make that jump? What's so important about her? She's a child. We don't know yet, Baron. We've just been told that she's important. Arlene didn't give us any details.
This tunnel You use it to smuggle things?
Yep,
Like illegal things?
sometimes.
You ever smuggle a kid before?
No, that's a first. So what's the deal with you and Marlene anyways?
I don't know. She's my friend, I guess.
Your friend, huh? You're friends with the leader of the Fireflies. What are you, like 12?
She knew my mom, and she's been looking after me. And I'm 14. Not that that has anything to do with anything.
So where are your parents?
Or anyone's parents. They've been gone a long, long time.
So instead of just staying in school, you decide to run off and join the Fireflies, is that it?
Look, I'm not supposed to tell you why you're smuggling me, if that's what you're getting at.
You wanna know the best thing about my job? I don't gotta know why. To be honest with you, I give two shits what you're up to.
Well, great.
Good.
Two things. The first is we can tell that Joel potentially is already accessing some memory of his daughter by just happening to guess that Ellie is 12. So he's already seeing it. That's not a coincidence, in my opinion. He could pick any number. He goes with 12. So that tells me that at least somewhere in there, seeing this child that is roughly similar in size and physique to his daughter is drumming some of that up. And my guess is that in order to maintain the suppression of whatever that emotion is, in the spirit of survival, Joel is going to suppress that by being angry or cold toward Ellie. Which brings us to part two, which is in that exchange right there. He's being a dick, right? He's like, I could give two shits what you're up to. You can see the harshness and the distance. And I'm guessing that that's more about Joel trying to distance himself from his own emotional experience than having anything to do with a sense of annoyance toward Ellie. And we would want Joel to take accountability for that if we were trying to, make this relationship better. Now, granted, it's temporary, so he's being here. Another thing, I mentioned this last night, right? Like Joel being in the position of caregiver as a father, the moment that his daughter is shot in his arms, he has the potential to look at himself as a failure in that role. So now, in order to be being put in this position again as a caretaker to a young child, he has to bring back that role that he has probably long either thrown away or hated or even felt a sense of guilt about. And that guilt comes from a sense of caring for the person that he let down, in this case his daughter, and now he's got to be confronted with that by being in this position. So this would be an incredibly vulnerable position for Joel, and vulnerability is an antithesis to survival when you're in this type of moment. So again, all the more reason why he's likely to suppress here. Could take it as an opportunity to try again. It's true, he could. And I suppose that's kind of been forced upon us. It will be interesting to see if he is willing to do that. But again, this is a temporary arrangement. So my guess is that he's not going to be super open to that idea. Because why would you if this is going to be a temporary handoff?
Is it?
What are you doing?
Killing time.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
I am sure you will figure that out.
Your watch is broken.
Oh.
You mumble in your sleep. I hate bad dreams.
Yeah, me too.
I've never been this close. It's the outside. how dark it is. Can't be any worse out there. Can it?
What on earth do the Fireflies want with you?
Hey. Sorry it took so long. Soldiers fucking everywhere.
How's Marlene?
She'll make it. I saw the merchandise. It's a lot. Wanna do this?
Yeah.
Let's go.
We saw a moment right there. Ellie asks a question that is arguably pretty vulnerable, right? Like, could it be worse out there? Comes from a worry, a fear. She's being handed off to go outside. So she's seeking comfort from Joel. And Joel skips right over it, right? Being asked to be put in that position to make her feel better. He ain't going there. No way. No way. Especially now, after Ellie has mentioned his watch being broken. Now it's brought to the surface, right? Like, she says that, and he immediately has to attend to the thought that comes by that, which is, my daughter gave me this watch. Ellie is an innocent bystander in saying that. She has no idea. She doesn't know the history. And if we judge Ellie for that, that's ridiculous, because she has no way of knowing that that's what's going on. But this has now been brought to the surface immediately. And then we see Ellie reach out to try to get some comfort and reassurance, and Joel ain't having any of it. I think it's too vulnerable for him. This is Tess, by the way, for those who haven't seen her yet.
I think it's a bit strange that they're having us do their smuggling.
Marlene wanted to do it herself. We weren't their first choice. Or the second, for that matter. She's lost a lot of men. Beggars can't be choosers.
I just hope there's someone alive to pay us.
Someone will be around.
A lot of bookshelves with secret rooms behind them. How we do it in post-apocalyptic Boston, apparently. All right. We do not, Hellraiser.
Who's waiting for us at the drop-off?
She said there's some fireflies that have traveled all the way from another city. Girl must be important. What is the deal with you? You some bigwig's daughter or something?
Something like that. How long is this all gonna take?
If everything goes as planned, we should get you to them in a few hours. Ellie, once we get out there, I need you to follow our lead and stay close.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, Tess is a little bit warmer. Patrol route map. West Patrol, Southwest Patrol, safe now, South Patrol, hostile camp, safest route to Charlie, checkpoint, infestation. I wonder whose patrol route that is. Regardless, pretty cool. Alright, let's see what we got.
Climb up and check if the coast is clear.
That's what I'm doing.
Now, hold up. There's a patrol up ahead. All right. We're good. Come on up. Come on, kid. Watch your step.
It's not automatic, Ellie. I did turn it on. But I know I'm not known to use flashlights in video games, so.
This rain ain't gonna do us any good.
Holy shit. I'm actually outside.
At least I get my clothes washed a little bit, huh? Love the sound of that rain.
Up this way.
Don't do anything stupid.
Oh, shit.
Move.
Turn around, on your knees. You scan him, I'll call it in.
Alright. Put your hands on your head.
This is Ramirez at Sector 12, requesting pickup for 3 stragglers. Understood.
Look the other way. Gonna make this worth your while.
Shut up. Tired of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
What's the ETA?
Couple minutes.
What are you doing?
Fuck! I thought we were just gonna hold him up or something.
Oh, shit. Look.
Jesus Christ. Marlene set us up? Why the hell are we smuggling an infected girl?
I'm not infected.
No? Just lying?
I can explain.
You better explain fast.
Look at this.
I don't care how you got infected.
It's 3 weeks old.
No, everyone turns within 2 days, so you stop bullshitting.
It's 3 weeks. I swear. Why would she set you up?
I ain't buying it. Oh, shit. Tess, run. Run!
Go! Go! Move!
Holy shit. Holy shit.
I got 2 dead uniforms. Follow me. Quickly.
Oh boy. Boy, they act fast.
All right, Ellie. When I give you the signal, we run.
Signal. Run. Got it.
Now, run.
Go, go! Oh shit.
Stay away from that fire.
Oh boy.
Ellie, it's gonna be another sprint. You ready?
Sure. Yeah.
God damn it. They're everywhere.
Ellie, get out of my way, please. Ellie. Oh man, that's gonna be a theme. Of Ellie, get out of my way.
Soldiers, right there.
Playing on easy, devil.
They must have gotten through. Check the trenches.
Just stay back. Stay down, don't let him see you.
Come on, kid. Follow Joe.
All right, he's gone.
You see anything?
Clear back here. Have a look at ahead.
So far, so good.
Oh boy. We got some scissors, some duct tape, good. Man, this is This is intense. Now, Joel, obviously, I know that I can rely on Tess. We've been doing this a long time, but Ellie has now all of a sudden become a liability and having to take care of her. Because we don't know how to anticipate her. So, in a moment like this, again, like last night, you want to be very directed in this.
I hear him up ahead.
And we're seeing that.
Hold up.
Shit, stay.
Go, go.
Oh boy.
Fuck it. Let the clickers get him.
Clickers, huh? What the hell are those? Aw, look at those guys having a good time. These pictures have been preserved for 20 years despite all the rain. I always think that too, that those are probably devs.
We can get through here.
Anything good? Some sport wrap? I'll take that. Oh man, I remember those, Mystic.
Down.
Come on, Ellie.
Another patrol. Everybody get down.
Great.
Come on up, Joel.
I'm coming.
There's so many of them out here. How are we supposed to get past them?
Oh boy.
Spotted this shit. Let's go around.
Go around.
How's it look?
There's too many, Tess.
Oh, man.
This is a lot of dudes.
I got something over here. Let's check it out.
Oh shit.
They're in here with us. See if you can distract them.
Get out of my way. Oh god.
See more lights?
Yo, go around.
Oh man, we are in big trouble. Oh, we are in big trouble. Oh boy. Did not want that to happen. Oh, Jesus. I'm dead. I'm so dead. Yep. That's not what I wanted. You have aim assist off? Yes. Okay, let's try it again. It's so frustrating that Ellie is like, you can run into her. Anybody who's played this game knows that Ellie is ridiculously frustrating in this part.
They're in here with us.
Are you serious? All right. It's one of my least favorite parts of the game. Oh shit. Get out of the way, Tess! Oh my god!
He's in here.
Oh boy. God. Get down. Oh, man. I don't have a gun. I don't have any ammo. I wish I could pick up one of their assault rifles. Apparently, I can't do that. They don't have any ammo. Let's go. I don't know where I am. Go! Oh, God! That's one way to do it. Okay. We got it done. Literally my least favorite part of the game. So now that we're through that, I'm happy. I hate that moment.
Yeah, this looks right. Stay close.
At least we're out of the rain.
How's it look?
You got anything good in here?
Think we can squeeze through here.
Here we go.
Charlie squad, report.
Shit. I got more soldiers.
Target's still on the loose, sir. Break off pursuit and report back to Sector 11.
I don't think they see us.
Acknowledge. Get to your vehicle.
Stay in the shadows.
I have 3 med kits. I'm gonna go ahead and patch myself up here. There we go. Give me supplies. Give me supplies. Oh shit. The hell was that? That was weird. Did the game just black out for all of you?
Are we safe?
No, they're still around. Look, take a moment to catch your breath.
That was
Joel,
weird.
see if there's anything we can use in here.
My screen like
thing,
went
boss.
black for a minute. It's fine. We're good. We got 2 bullets. Nothing. But this has become a lot of trouble here. So, I will say here, Ellie being bitten and saying that she was bitten 3 weeks ago instead of 2 days, and Joel not believing her is entirely plausible and honestly to be expected. Up until this point, that story would be unfathomable. Everybody we've ever seen bitten, that happens to. Now, it's not like we don't have any reason to trust her, but we also, in this world, we don't know this chick. We don't know what the motives of the firefighters or the Fireflies are. We have no idea. So, if she indeed is correct and she was bit 3 weeks ago, we have to jump through some massive cognitive hoops to make sense of that, because literally up until this point, that has not been possible. It's gonna take a lot of cognitive flexibility on our behalf.
Tess, up through here through this pipe. I think we can make it through here.
Stay very close, Ellie.
Surprised Tess didn't shoot her immediately. I think probably only because she's a child would be my guess. Tess seems to have some sort of instinct for that. Ugh, God, this water would be so good.
Gather up. They're calling us back. We're returning to the wall. You heard the man. Load on up. Let's go. Let's go.
I was gonna say, at some point, I wonder if it's worth the resources to find us.
All right, they're gone.
Look, what was the plan? Let's say that we deliver you to the Fireflies. What then?
Marlene, she said that they have their own little quarantine zone with doctors there still trying to find a cure.
Yeah, we've heard that before, huh, Tess?
And that whatever happened to me is the key to finding a vaccine.
Oh, Jesus.
It's what she said.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Hey, fuck you, man. I didn't ask for this.
Me neither. Tess, what the hell are we doing here?
What if it's true?
I can't...
What if, Joel? I mean, we've come this far. Let's just finish it.
Do I need to remind you what is out there?
I get it.
What's out there is the potential death of a teenager that he's taking care of. For anybody who didn't catch that, I mean, that's really what she's referring to. Tess obviously knows about Sarah. That tells me that there is some significant depth to Joel and Tess's relationship, that she knows about what happened. We don't know how she knows or why she knows, but she knows. And so when Joel says, do I have to remind you what's out there, the idea that he would be entrusted with having to take care of somebody who could be attacked by the outside, again, it's going to hit close to home. Ideally, Joel could work through some of that stuff and say, you know what, if this is true and she's potentially the key to finding a cure, which would inevitably maybe do some good in the world and get rid of the thing that killed my daughter, cool. But I don't know that he's got it in him to do that. He's in survival mode. Again, for 20 years, everybody here has been in pure survival mode. There's not a lot of time for softness and vulnerability. So, and this is some of the accommodation I'm talking about, right? Like, Tess seems to be open to the idea that we could change our expectations, that maybe this is true. Joel is like, nope, absolutely no way. I'm going to use my pre-existing schema for what I understand about this in order to make sense of what's going on in front of me. I have no interest in accommodating that, because to do that puts me in a role I don't want. These are all reasons why people don't like to expand their expectations of things.
This way. If we cut through downtown, we can hit the Capitol building by sunrise.
We hope.
Damn. Oh, we get to go through downtown Boston, huh? I was gonna say, are the physics of this actually possible?
Holy moly. I guess this is what these buildings look like up close. They're so damn tall. So what happened here?
They bombed the hell out of the surrounding areas to the quarantine zones, hoping to kill as much of the infected as possible. It worked. For a little while.
Glad to see that 93 is in the same state. I feel like the tower would have to be gently leaned into the other one instead of exploded into it. Yeah, I mean, and you would have to have the whole thing be intact. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how building physics work. Let's do some exploring over here. I need some resources, man. It seems like we're not really in danger right now, so if I could find some bullets, that would be awesome. What would have even caused that? No idea. A great question. Probably there for dramatic effect. If this was in Chicago, you could give us a tour.
What the hell was that?
Tess, you hear that?
Yeah. Sounded pretty far away, though.
Are we safe?
For now. Come on.
See, Tess hitting Ellie with the reassurance. Joel? Not so much.
Damn, that's quite a drop.
Now there's the Capitol building.
Yeah. We need to get around this mess.
This is the downtown area?
It was. Now it's a giant wasteland.
Jeez. It does. So one of the things that I think is cool about this game is it shoots us 20 years into the future. So it's kind of left to our imagination in a lot of ways to think about how did all of this come to be? What did they do? What were the measures that were taken to try to stop this? Because we're talking about some disease that, like, quite literally turns people into rabid, raging, aggressive lunatics. And you would think that all possible measures would be taken to try to prevent that. And if that meant, like, purging certain areas out,
Keep looking.
like it looks like.
You just stay close to her for now.
What is this? The old stone building. And I hear creaking. And we're gonna go into this creaking building because that's what you do. You go into you go into creaking buildings. It's fine, Tier. Jeez. The hell happened to this dude?
It's been ripped apart. Body's pretty fresh. Yeah, it might be. Let's not stick around.
Is that bad? Yeah. I mean, Ellie... Oh, boy. Ellie's never been outside like this. Like, we know the dangers. Ellie doesn't. You know, how much, to what extent do we disclose the dangers of what's going on to her? We don't want her to panic, but we also want her to be informed and ready. It's a difficult proposition. Informed enough that she's not a liability, but not too informed that she becomes panicked and a liability.
Another one. Shit.
Field ops log. 1808. Arrived grid 2438A. Negative contact at LZ. Moving patrol west towards city center. 2100. Negative contact. 2218. Negative fucking contact. 2312. Private Atwater reports visual sound contact stage 2 cordyceps infected near collapsed office building. Moving to investigate. 2340. Multiple infected contacts. Puts privates Atwater, Shaw, Coolidge, KIA. Overrun, fell back to building interior, awaiting evac. Yeesh.
Looks like these guys died waiting for backup.
Damn. Wish those bullets weren't empty. Ugh.
God damn it. Clicker.
That's what years of infection will do to you. Sort of. They see using sound. Like bats. If you hear one clicking, you gotta hide. That's how they spot you.
Yikes. Oh my god, aren't those spores? Jesus. I'd be throwing my mask on to move that. Holy crap, Joel. That's a little ballsy, man. And let's make noise.
The building feels like it's about to fall apart.
Yo, Tess, you want to tell me when you got a flashlight on? We've been running away from flashlights for a while here. Don't do that to me. I want to go up these stairs. I want as many resources as we can pull from this building if possible. We gotta scavenge along the way here. There we go. Full, full, full. I guess I could craft a shiv. Might as well. I don't need to hold a bandage though. Okay. Reload. We're good.
Watch your head.
I don't really feel compelled to use my flashlight if I can help it. Surprise, surprise. Man, this would be... Oh my god.
Totally cool. Everything is totally cool.
Man, look at this. All these cubicles, people had their family stuff up on them. All this just gone. And people here all sure like to hang their kids' stuff on their walls.
Give me a hand with this.
Turn the flashlight off, Tess. Oh my god!
You alright?
It's nothing.
It's not nothing, Joel.
Search for supplies.
Shit. Oh, that was intense.
Jesus. How is that fine, Joel? It's not fine. But he's trying to keep her calm. Makes sense.
Here, patch yourself up.
I appreciate it.
You made me drop Skittles. Ooh. I want to hold this. I'm going to take this brick. Who knows if we might need that at some point. Oh yeah, it would be well, 20 years later you'd be used to how quiet it is in the city, but yeah, it would be pretty odd to walk around a city and have it be empty, especially given that we get used to what cities are like. Let's craft another shiv. Craft another med kit. Take all this. Anything else good in here? Man, this would make me so nervous. Like hearing this building creak No, thank you.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Agreed. Top Firm Award 2013. Congratulations. Anything good in here?
Up there. Look.
Yeesh.
Come on.
See if there's a way through.
Devil, no back seating, friend. If I miss something, I
Clear.
miss something.
Come on, Ellie.
All right, kid, you're up.
Come on.
You got it.
Okay.
Come on, Tess, with your superhuman strength.
Clickers?
Shit, go.
Would you say that Joel buries his emotions? I would say that that emotional suppression is a really good survival skill, and Joel needs to survive right now. So, yeah. Vulnerability is not generally useful in this intensive a survival situation. Damn it. Ooh, baby. Okay.
I think that's it. Ellie, you okay?
I don't think we need to yell,
Shitting my
Tess.
pants. I'm fine.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Give me a second.
It's so loud, Joel.
All right.
God damn.
Come on.
The stairwell's blocked. Should we go back up?
No.
This is crazy. Just don't look down. Are you serious?
Okay, look forward. Focus on the goal. Oh God!
Come on, Ellie. Yeah.
Move. Ellie, go. Come on.
Just don't look down. You're okay. We got away
We're
from
gonna look forward. Looking down is not useful to us. It's a very good strategy to look forward. Okay, we got it. It's only the 5th floor. Yeah, that's all. It'll just break our legs if we fall. That's all. A revolver. Neat. I know how to do this. Thank you, game. Except I don't want to swap to the revolver. I want to swap to this because this holds more bullets. Oh boy. Got a nice piece of wood.
go check it out. Stay with the girl.
He calls her the girl. Calling her the girl versus calling her Ellie is a great way to depersonalize her, thus making it easier to not see himself as a caretaker for a 14-year-old girl. Just a little minor note there. Again, we're seeing just example after example of Joel doing what he can to distance himself from the intensity and vulnerability of these moments. Again, understandably so. There's utility to it. Oh my god, did I really get the audio glitch? Is this big stepdad energy? No. I don't think so. I don't think Joel's viewing his role with Ellie as a parent role. I think that would be way too intense for him. So if anybody ever plays this game and you get that audio glitch, if you pick up that pipe, it fixes it. Obviously, you just saw that happen, but... oh boy. Alright, nice and easy, Joel. Nice and easy. Oh boy. Is that a clicker? I think maybe we go back this way. Oh god. We gotta think our way through this here. Oh my god, Joel, hurry. That guy's walking around. We got a couple guys that are stationary. Gonna grab... the hell is that noise? What's the difference between clickers and runners? As far as I can tell, runners can see. Clickers can't see. And runners just look like they're clickers that haven't gotten to clicker status yet. All right, I want to take care of this guy who's moving around because he's probably the biggest liability here. So what happens, apparently, again, I'm only using the information that we have up until this point. This disease is like it's the cordyceps fungus, and it gets into you via spore. Initially, what happens, or bite. Initially, what happens is it seems to make it so that you become like this guy, where you can't really control your motor movements. The cordyceps is taking over. As the cordyceps progresses, you become less conscious and more basically slave to the cordyceps, to the point that you become a clicker and can no longer see, and the fungus is basically taken over, like on that guy on the right. Cordyceps is a real thing, by the way, but there's not a human version of it that we know of in real life. So we usually see it with like insects and stuff. It's actually really fascinating if anybody's interested and bored one day and you want to read about it. Cordyceps is terrifying, man. It's like it'll take over an ant and basically make it do crazy shit. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Joel, move. Joel, move. All runners will eventually become clickers, as far as we know. This guy's not doing so hot. Oh god. Alright, that guy had a gun on him.
There you are.
They also look like they're in pain. The runners, yes, they do look like they're in pain. Oh boy. I'm gonna have to move this, and I feel like that's gonna make a ton of noise, so we probably need to knock out these other guys. I don't need to be moving that thing and then, you know, get my ass whooped. Oh god. What's up, buddy?
All right, come on down.
And apparently you can't choke out clickers. You can only shiv them.
Let's just get out of here.
Whew. Okie dokie. This is good. Let's see if we got anything down here that's usable. I think we're pretty much full on supplies at this point. Make a shiv, I guess. So if we come across more resources, we can grab them. Let's climb. We do have, we can only use shivs once. God, that's loud. Come on, guys. Go. Guys?
Tess, go.
All right, hold on.
Thank you. Nice. And we're through.
See? Doing all right?
Hey, I appreciate the positivity.
Whoa.
Oh,
Down we go.
Yeah, let's get to it.
this is a hell of a path we've had to take here.
Watch your back.
Do you think you would distance yourself like Joel does if you were in this situation? I have no idea what I would do if I was in this situation. I am an advocate for emotional distance in a survival situation like this. It is not generally useful to engage in empathy in moments like this when truly you have to survive. So there is utility to it. I mean, as callous as we might look at them and say that they are, I mean, some of it probably has to do with what's happened in Joel's life, but a lot of it has to do with circumstance. If I spend a bunch of time thinking about the ramifications of this and that this girl could die and I could get, it just doesn't do us any good. So I don't know how I would respond to this. I'd probably shit myself and cry and not ever left Boston. But
After we get back, we can take it easy for a little while.
You want to take it easy.
Hey, you're the one always going on about laying low.
And you always brush me off.
Well, I won't this time.
I believe it when I see it.
Joel wanting to go steady, huh? Tess ain't into it. I don't think this is the right way. These are cheap bargain basement shivs. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Hello, sir. You in a hurry or are you just hanging out? All right, enough of that shit. Let's go. This isn't a time for jokes. This is a time for survival. I have no idea, Baron. I'm guessing there's probably some truth to it. Joel doesn't really strike me as a guy that would engage in playful banter just for distraction. Like, so I think there's probably some real relationship dynamic going on there. What the hell? Where do I go? Seems like the right way to go. What's with you and flashlights? Anybody ever watched me play Alien Isolation? I basically never use the flashlight. And it drove chat nuts.
Through here.
Joel, over here.
I'm also hesitant to use the light because I don't want to accidentally run into a runner and they see the light and come at us. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Firefly.
Yep. These guys aren't doing well in or out of the city. I just hope there's someone alive to meet us at the drop-off.
It's gonna be fine. Grab his Molotov.
Is it? Fireflies are a human interest group. We don't know a ton about them right now. We do know that Marlene, the leader of them, is the person who has us smuggling Ellie here. So. Birds of prey. Disaster looms above. Oh, hey, a map. I could have used that a while ago. Use the directory. Oh, good.
Over there. See him?
Shit.
Good thing clickers can't see the light.
God, we're almost out. Okay, Joel, you take point. I'll watch the rear. Ellie, no matter what, you stay right on his heels. Sure. You stay sharp.
I got it.
So in group dynamics, there's what's called implicit leadership and explicit leadership. And oftentimes the implicit leader is the one who actually holds the leadership of the group and actually is the one that can get the group to do certain things. The game presents this as if Joel is the explicit leader, right? Like he's the guy that's like in charge, you're taking control of him. Yet Tess appears as the implicit leader. Whereas, you know, we pull up here and Tess basically gives directives to Joel, tells him what to do, and Joel follows. So even though we feel like we're in control, Tess is really the one leading the charge. She's the one that's reassuring Ellie. She's the one that's pushing us forward, basically saying it's fine. And in group dynamics, you always want to be mindful of like who is explicitly stated as the leader, but who actually seems to be the one that has power and influence in a situation. And that's Tess. Sometimes implicit leaders don't necessarily know that that's the case. All right, we got full shivs. Oh boy. All right, Ryan, focus on. All right, we just got to get through here.
Creepy.
We just got to get through here. Ellie, can you please be quieter? Oh my god. Oh boy. There's a runner eating over there. That's lovely. Oh god. Ellie! Oh my god. Dude, Tess and Ellie not making me super happy right now.
Hate those things.
Yeah, me too. Be quiet. If we get spotted by a runner, we're in big trouble. Because they're going to make a ton of noise. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Guys, get out of my way, please. Oh my god. We're good. If we gotta chuck a bottle, we will. And we probably are gonna have to get this guy away from this door. Tess, turn off your light.
Almost out of this car. Shit.
Fuck.
Fuck these guys.
Oh man. Ooh, baby. We're good. Some people live, 10 people die. Tess. Oh my god, Tess, get out of my way. Oh my god.
Face.
Oh my god. I gotta take these guys out, but I don't have a ton of shivs. Like, clickers are a pain in the ass as it relates to that. Mother. Alright, let's move.
Fucking scary.
Yep, agreed. Woo! We gotta get out of here, but nobody behind me. Alright, I think if we take that... Oh my god, really? Guys, why are you hovering around where I need to be? Just gonna keep breathing. We're gonna be patient. I guess I could chuck a bottle, but... You go away. Right. Oh god. Come on, baby.
God, you're here.
Come on, baby. All right, come on. Let's go. Let's go. Ugh, don't be so loud. Go. Oh my god. Go. Ellie, go. Ellie, go. Ellie, go. All right, fine. I'm going. You wanna sit your ass down there and die? That's actually bad. We don't need you to do that. Come on. Thank you. Can I pull the ladder back up? No. Okay. Oh.
Holy shit. We actually made it.
Yeah.
Everyone okay?
Yes. Let's move.
You guys are pretty good at this stuff.
It's called luck. And it is gonna run out.
Joel seems to be regretting this decision. Joel is definitely guarded.
Where you going, Tess?
Capitol building's in this direction.
Okie dokie. We got plenty of resources too, so maybe I'll build a shiv real quick.
How do we get up over this truck? Let's see what we can find.
If I was a thing that was gonna help some people climb over a truck, what would I be? I don't know if they're crying so much as they're just like in pain, right? Like it's the kind of whimpering and involuntary vocal noises you make when you're hurting a lot. Joel, easy, buddy. Watch where you're walking. I say that as if I'm not controlling it. I mean, honestly, I kind of feel like we're putting these people out of their misery by doing this. That was maybe a harsh way to put a person out of their misery.
All right.
They're recently infected. Those soldiers must have just turned.
Which means there's more in the area. We gotta go.
Damn. Joel with the curb stomp, man. He's doing this shit like he's been doing it before. This really makes me think that Joel must have quite a history of doing some intense shit. Because he's just like, yeah, I'll curb stomp this.
Here we go.
Are the runners trying to fight the infection but are unable to, which causes pain noises? Could be. I'm not infected, so it's hard for me to know. But I gotta believe that there is some pain associated with it. I mean, you're basically being turned against your will. You know, at what point do you no longer become sentient and the cordyceps takes over? No idea.
Climb on up.
Alright, I'll check it out in a minute, Scott. Anything good in this truck? I mean, any truck with a crab on it has got to be... CBI safety pamphlet. Oh, cool. The Center for Disease Control has produced this pamphlet on cordyceps brain infection, CBI, to increase awareness and prevention of infection. Thanks, CDC. Background. The cordyceps mushroom is a parasitic fungi that can take over a host's mind and alter its behavior. Until recently, it has only affected insects and some arthropods. A new species has emerged with the ability to target human hosts. Transmission. There are the two known ways to contract CBI are breathing the spores emitted by the cordyceps or contact with bodily fluids of a person infected with CBI, usually by being bitten. Incubation. After initial infection, the parasite travels to the host's brain over a period of 1 or 2 days. The incubation concludes when the cordyceps has taken over all major bodily functions of the host. Stage 1 CBI. Symptoms. Stage 1 CBI patients display erratic and violent behavior, lashing out at anyone around them. Eventually, the fungus pushes through the host's tissue to allow for the release of airborne spores. Treatment. There is no vaccine for CBI or any known treatment to lengthen the incubation period. Diagnosis. CBI can be diagnosed using a blood or microscopic imaging test, usually administered against the ear. Within minutes of contraction, the results of the test will come out positive. It does hit different after playing this game after 2020. It's different. All right, so now we know a little bit about how it works.
Joel, over here.
Maybe we can cut through here.
Yeah, that worked out great last time. Sorry, I'm just saying.
Hey, humor's gonna get us through here, Ellie.
What? I don't hear anything.
Okay, double time.
They're coming!
Oh!
Okay, that's good, go.
God damn it, I knew putting that dumpster down was a bad idea!
You got something on your shoe. Gross.
Ew.
Okay, how do we get out of this place?
Let's find out.
Ellie is remarkably resilient. Like, to be making a joke about that is
So
pretty
Marlene thinks you're immune?
remarkable.
That's what she believes.
Well, how were you bitten? I mean, you must have been somewhere you shouldn't to find an infected in the zone.
Yeah. I'd sneak out. I was in this military boarding school.
You'd sneak out?
You know, explore the city. I was in the mall when I ran into infected.
That place is completely off limits. How the hell did you get in there?
I had my ways. Anyways, one of those, what you guys call runners, bit me, and that was that.
I see. Were you with Marlene when you were bitten?
No. I went to her for help afterwards.
Knowing her, I'm surprised she didn't shoot you.
almost did. Hope she's all right.
I told you. She's gonna be fine.
I admire Tess's curiosity here. Again, our entire schema of the way that this thing works has been shattered by the idea that Ellie has somehow been bitten 3 weeks ago and the cordyceps hasn't made it to her brain. Tess is trying to gather more information about it in order to potentially accommodate that and make sense of this, because if this is true, then this is huge for humanity. I mean, absolutely huge. And I admire that Tess is willing to engage in some flexibility and gather more information to try to make sense of it, whereas Joel has basically been like, nah, not true. Couldn't possibly be the case. Couldn't possibly be the case. And I think, as a hypothesis, that maybe Joel not being interested in hearing whether there's actually a cure may elicit some of the survivor's guilt that he has created for himself around out surviving his daughter. Because if there's a cure now and there wasn't a cure then, that may stir up some real emotion around the fact that, like, granted, I know that his daughter wasn't infected, but if the infection could have been cured, his daughter would have never been in that position in the first place. That puts him in a very precarious cognitive position. I find Joel to be a somewhat sympathetic figure as it relates to all of this, because a lot of the good that we are perceiving pulls out some of these deeply bound emotions for Joel. Yes, I have, Devil. All right, we got some pills. We got a little workbench here.
Yeah, this looks like a good spot.
Oh, he very well could, Floaty. I mean, Joel having suppressed anger towards the military could potentially make sense. At the same time, I do wonder if over time Joel kind of understands that. Joel seemed to know what was going on when it happened. I don't know that he necessarily sympathizes with who killed his daughter, but my guess would be that Joel might be more able to look at circumstance in terms of what killed his daughter rather than the military, because the military guy doesn't have to open fire if the infection doesn't exist in the first place. Like, I think at the end of the day, if we were to kind of slip into a more of an objective understanding of what went down, we would say that guy had to do it. He was given the order to do it. It makes sense why he did it. So suppressing that toward the military may be a little bit more difficult than suppressing it toward the infection itself. Okay, weapon holsters, reload speed, fire rate, clip capacity. I probably want to upgrade clip capacity. And reload speed.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, now we are talking. Let's make that pistol good as hell. Chad, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to say that I appreciate you being here tonight. Thank you for spending time with me. If you are watching the YouTube VOD, thank you so much for taking some time to watch this run. I hope you're all enjoying it as much as I'm enjoying bringing it to you. I'm enjoying the discussions around this and going through this story with all of you. So thanks for being here and taking the time. It means a lot. You got a lot of places you could hang out, and you choose here. What each character needs psychologically? We're still a little too early on that for Baron. I don't know. I'm still kind of assessing. Right now, I don't think psychology really matters much to the three of them. Right now, we're in survival mode. See, the thing is, like, our psychological needs are important at all times, but become less important when we're trying to literally stay alive. I think right now, literally what the three of us have to do is minimize the potential for panic, because panic is a huge detriment to survival. So we're right now, the three of us are doing everything we can to stay calm amidst the circumstance that is not particularly fun. Joel and Tess need a good beer. Yeah, right. Or some of the whiskey out of that Molotov cocktail that I got. I mean, we could take a little sip out of it, you know. Some more scissors.
Ah, shit.
What are you doing, Ellie?
Sorry, that was me.
Tess,
Sorry. Stay close to me.
Joel don't want to deal with that. Tess, you take it. Ooh, where are we in some kind of museum?
shit.
What is this place?
An old museum. Some of these things are hundreds of years old.
Really? Wow.
Get some duct tape. Outside the fatigue associated with hypervigilance of living in such scenarios, is there any other negative side effects to prolonged hypervigilant state? Yeah, I say exhaustion's a big one. And the exhaustion itself is what's going to lead to a lot of issues, Ciora. The exhaustion's going to lead to a lack of good decision making. Your inhibitions are going to go down. Might make some pretty bad decisions because of that fatigue. The other thing is that we do know that if your body has got cortisol just rushing through it constantly and you're under chronic stress, that's going to have a degrading effect on your mental and physical health as well. It's not really sustainable to be in hypervigilance consistently. Another latent thing that we may notice here is that people that are in scenarios like this, or like combat veterans, for example, will often return from moments like these and say that that return is really not great, and they can't really find a enjoyment or an excitement or a fulfillment out of the things that they experience on the day-to-day. And I actually think that that's illustrated in part when Joel and Tess are talking about settling down. When you go through all the shit that they've been going through, that's exciting. That sends a lot of chemicals through your body. And the idea of settling down, one, you're going to be left with your thoughts and memories of what it is that happened. And two, you may not find that there is much enjoyment that comes out of that, because your body has been exposed to such a high level of vigilance and alertness that nothing quite matches it. There's a lot of people that are in scenarios like this that will tell you that that's an experience they have in the fallout of that kind of thing. It can be pretty distressing. Like, people want to be able to enjoy the civilian world again, or like they want to be able to enjoy real life again, and they just don't find that it's as exciting. All of a sudden, a football game just doesn't quite have the same level of adrenaline burst. You get a tolerance for all those endorphins rushing through your body. Night, Spider.
Watch your head.
Hurry, go, go, go!
Joel!
I'm alive. I'll make my way around.
Look, they're here!
Tess?
Run!
Oh my God. I'll make my way around. Man, we've had some bad luck with wood load-bearing supports, haven't we? Oh God. Fun! This is fun. I like this. This is great. More clickers. Everybody's favorite.
Tess.
Yes.
Tess.
Oh man.
Shit.
Alright, calm people live, tense people die, Joel. We're gonna do what we gotta do to get this figured out. Would you say the same for addicts? It could happen for addicts as well, yes. Something like heroin is an incredibly amazing feeling. I'm not advocating for the use of heroin, but yeah. You feel what it's like to have that, and then you can't get it elsewhere. You become desperate for it. People don't do drugs because they suck. People do drugs because they feel great. And it's the moments where you're not on the drugs that are awful. And so drugs then help you get away from it. Very brutal cycle. Yeah. That why so many people find it almost compulsory to seek that state again in a way that addiction manifests the same way. Example being military members who seek to go back consistently. Yes. Yeah, it's why also a lot of military become police officers. Also, you've built a set of expectations for yourself. And so you're going to try to find environments where you're able to anticipate you and your surroundings and your responsibilities. But yeah, absolutely. That can contribute to that. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is not good. This is not good. We're gonna go this way. We're gonna go there, oh boy, and we're gonna go this way. Good night, Taco.
There you are.
These look like spores. Put your mask on, Joel. No? We ain't doing masks? You disappoint me, Joel. Oh! Oh boy. Turn around. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't like this. Come on, Joel. Get out of there. I would love it if we would have closed the door behind us, but... okay. I don't know about... I'm totally lost in the storyline now. We're still just trying to get Ellie out of the city. I don't know about you, but I'd probably be wearing my mask 100% of the time in this world. You bet your ass I would. Are you kidding me? If I'm gonna wear a mask for COVID, I'm 100% wearing a mask for this. Yo, brother. What's going on, man? It's just a door. You just pull the handle. Sir. You're gonna need to... I need you to calm down, sir. 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 Thank you. Holy shit. I'm gonna get in there.
I'm fine. Guys, get in here! The girl!
Oh god, shit.
Help me out!
Oh man, my knuckles are gonna be messed up after that.
That's too damn close.
Oh baby, those fists are rated E for everyone. You ain't kidding. Damn. See, but this is an instance where empathy's bad, man. Like if you look at these people as sympathetic figures that were once people and are now turned, it makes you hesitate. You can't hesitate in a moment like this. You have to be like Joel. You got to be cold and calculated, and you got to start punching. There is no room for empathy here, which I know sounds opposite of what I generally preach, but when you're in a survival situation, you have to shut off those parts of your brain, which is why when people join the military and stuff like that, a lot of training is getting people comfortable with the idea that they are going to potentially inflict harm to other humans. You have to override some of the stops that we build over time. Joel has 20 years under his belt of this shit, so he can be a little bit ruthless in these moments. You have to be this way. It's how you survive. He's not going to survive if he stops and goes, okay, how many of these people are infected? How many aren't? Is there anything we can do? Like, it just doesn't work. All right. Well, fellas. Yeah, you guys don't look so good. This is why dehumanizing language is very dangerous. Correct.
Tess, how are you holding up?
Just a bit winded.
Look this way. This will get us to the roof.
How about you, kid? You okay?
Define okay.
Are you still breathing?
Do small panicked breaths count?
Yeah, they count.
Right? Then I'm okay.
That's the first check-in we've seen with Joel on Ellie. And my hypothesis would be because there is camaraderie in shared trauma. Like, we're going through these moments and this is terrifying and we're having to fight these clickers and shit. Camaraderie is inherently going to come through this, and at some point you do have to kind of check in and make sure everybody's okay, in part to make sure that they're not a liability, but also because this does breed some degree of closeness whether you want it to or not. But that's the first time we've seen him check in. I'm not necessarily thinking there's a mindset shift there, but it is of note. How pretty is that?
There you are.
Damn. Beautiful morning in Boston.
We gotta find a way across.
And yes, that certainly happens, Floaty.
There she is. That's our building.
Yep. Why does it feel like we're not any closer than we were when we started this? Like, that building seems like it's just as far away as the last time we got the little prompt to look at it. We've just gone in like 2 buildings right next to each other. It's true.
Now watch your step as you're going up, because it's going to be a little... So is that everything you hoped for?
Jury's still out. But man, can't deny that view.
Come on, this way. Hey, let's pick it up. Look, we're almost done. Stay focused.
Yes, ma'am.
It's right around this corner. Come on.
Let's keep moving, kid.
So, a couple things. One, he looked at his watch. We've seen 2 check-ins. Again, there's no way that Joel hasn't made some sort of connection between Ellie and his own daughter. Obviously. And, you know, it's interesting because I think we're starting to see a clash of a couple things. I think Joel, deep down, is a caretaker. And despite the fact that he maybe doesn't want to be put in that position because it's vulnerable to be, he can't help himself, man. Like he's just, it's in him. It's in his blood. And so now he's presented with this opportunity and he's going to try to take care of. And it's going to stir that stuff up, whether he wants it to or not. So him checking his watch, I don't think is any accident. It might be subconscious. We don't know that he did it on purpose, but I think there's some level of connection there. The other thing is, while we're softening up, and by we, I mean me and Joel, Tess seems to have hardened a bit. I don't know if Joel's the one that's like, oh, I'm a hard ass in the beginning, but then I work my way into it, and Tess is just like, no, I'm all up for it, and then I get hardened as we get closer to it. And perhaps that's what we see in the dynamic when he talks about settling down. That maybe Joel was probably standoffish at first, but he's gotten to a point where he wants to settle down with her. But, you know, maybe Tess was really open to the relationship and pushed for it. And Tess gets hardened when he asks to settle down, you know, or pushes hard for it, or pushes hard against it. I don't know. I'm just speculating. Someone want to see a different therapist, do they have to give a legitimate reason? No. Any reason is good enough reason to see a different therapist. It's your therapy. You're the consumer. It's no different than saying I've been shopping at Walmart and I've decided to shop at Target. You don't have to give Walmart a reason for why you're shopping at Target. A weird metaphor, but it works. Oof. Guy looks like he dragged himself over
There's a
here.
Firefly logo on his arm. What if we get there and they're all dead?
They won't be.
But how do you know?
I just do. Look, it's gonna be fine.
Okay.
Has to be.
You good? All right. Orders. Patrol the rendezvous area. Ensure no military presence before moving to the girl on the next safe house. Make sure the girl is well fed and in good health. Her safety is of the utmost importance. We're moving the girl to the next safe house. Make sure. Oh, this is a Firefly note. Okay. Make sure the girl is well fed and in good health. Her safety is of utmost importance. Well, there's some information that potentially confirms what Ellie's told us. Varen, again, I'm just going to sort of reiterate, I generally don't ask direct questions about my caseload and about my clients. So generally, I'm not going to confirm or deny in my answers to those questions. I appreciate the question, but I do that out of respect for the people that I see and have seen.
Up and over. There we go.
No, it's all good, Varen. I mean, I appreciate the
stretch,
curiosity, but Tess?
Just so it's out there, I can't swim.
Look, it looks like it's shallow on the right side. Follow me.
I'm glad Marlene hired you guys.
What do you mean?
I know you guys are getting paid for this, but I'm trying to say thanks.
Yeah, sure thing.
Beautiful area. Oh my God, we made it, chat. We made it. Feels good.
No. No, no, no.
Are you serious?
What happens now?
What are you doing, Tess?
Maybe they had a map or something to tell us where they were going.
How far are we gonna take
As
this?
far as it needs to go. Where was this lab of theirs?
Oh, she never said. She only mentioned that it was someplace out west.
What are we doing here? This is not us.
What do you know about us? About me?
I know that you are smarter than this.
Really? Guess what? We're shitty people, Joel. It's been that way for a long time.
No, we are survivors.
This is our chance.
It is over, Tess! Now, we tried. Let's just go home.
I'm not going anywhere. This is my last stop.
What?
Our luck had to run out sooner or later.
You going on?
No, don't! Don't touch me.
Holy shit. She's infected.
Joel,
Let me see it.
I didn't mean for this.
Show it to me. Oh, Christ.
Oops, right? Give me your arm. This was 3 weeks. I was bitten an hour ago, and it's already worse. This is fucking real, Joel. You've got to get this girl to Tommy's. He used to run with this crew. He'll know where to go.
No. That was your crusade. I am not doing that.
Yes, you are. Look. There's enough here that you have to feel some sort of obligation to me, so you get her to Tommy's. They're here.
Damn it.
I can buy you some time, but you have to run.
You want us to just leave you here?
Yes.
There is no way that...
I will not turn into one of those things. Come on. Make this easy for me.
What, you know this guy or something? I can find...
No, just go! Just fucking go.
Ellie,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean for this.
get a move on.
We know you're in there. Drop your weapons and come out with your hands up.
What the fuck? I can't believe we did that.
Stop.
We just left her to die.
Stop. You stay close to me. We have to move.
Oh, man.
Holy shit. Well, that explains the sudden shift in attitude by Tess. Oh, man. I am an advocate for going out on your own terms, that's for sure. And if that's how Tess wants to do it, if it's going to give her purpose and she's going to be able to avoid being turned, that's the way to do it. And now Joel loses another person to the infection or to the circumstance, right? Like Joel gets close, he lets it in, he's relatively calloused, and now this person has been bitten. Tess is now gone. So this is now the second time in a span of 2 streams that we've seen Joel lose somebody close to him, which is passively has the potential to reinforce to him, do not get close to people. And if Joel is the caretaker that I believe him to be, this represents yet another failure of caretaking. I didn't keep Tess safe. And you see a similar response here to Tess that we saw yesterday, where he gets angry when she is harmed. And I really think that's less about being angry about her and more about being angry with himself that he couldn't take care of her. He couldn't keep her safe. He has now failed another person that he invited in to be close. And so now he is tasked, whether it's through obligation or just because this is what he's got to do, with taking care of another person, in this case, Ellie. And so I would expect that he's probably going to become even more calloused because he's literally just had another failure caregiving blow. Jesus, man. I mean, this man's seen some shit. And granted, I'm not trying to gloss over the fact that that Tess is now going to die. Like, that's important here. But Joel, in surviving it, Joel seems to be the least interested in trying to, like, stay alive and navigate this. And Joel is consistently the person who survives this stuff. And it just kind of makes you wonder how he's orienting himself to that. Is there survivor's guilt there, or is he stuffing it? What narrative is he telling himself? I wish we knew. Man, a lot of loss here. And Joel's not going to have time to grieve right now. We gotta get back to business. Widgie, thank you so much for the raid, my friend. I appreciate you bringing people my way. Those of you coming along with Widgie and those of you that have stayed through the raid, thank you for staying. I'm Dr. Mick. I'm a licensed couple and family therapist. I have a PhD in human development. And this is Game Sessions with a Therapist, where we play cool games, talk about mental health, psychology, therapy, and more, in an effort to destigmatize those things and bring information to people who wouldn't otherwise have it in a responsible and ethical way. We are currently playing The Last of Us. It's a spoiler-free run. I'm using the game, as I do with other games that I play, to illustrate various psychological concepts and to kind of talk through the profiles of the characters that we have the opportunity to play as and meet. And my goal is to show concrete examples of various concepts that I, as a therapist, am using to understand kind of the human condition and how to make sense of what people are doing and why they do the things they do and how to potentially change them. So if that's something that's interesting to you, I encourage you to follow me, not just here, but also on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. You can find VODs on YouTube, and you can find the psychological illustrations on TikTok. Those are the main drivers right now of content when I'm off stream. So I encourage you to follow me there. But thank you so much, Widgie. I appreciate you very much for bringing people my way. Please make sure you follow Head Widgeon if you don't. And I'm really grateful to have you all here. Could the argument be made that his survival drive increases based on his pullback of wanting to protect himself emotionally? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But see, here's the thing about survivor's guilt as it relates to something like this. So humans have an innate instinct to survive, which is why they'll do things that they don't anticipate they would do when actually presented with the threat of death. Well, Joel, in surviving his daughter and now whatever Tess was to him, is going to be in a really nasty double bind, in the sense that anytime Joel's survival instinct kicks in, he may potentially create a guilt narrative about that. He may feel scrambled about that. That here I am with this innate drive to go on while I have witnessed other people not make it. It's cognitive dissonance at its finest. And we try very hard to mitigate the amount of cognitive dissonance we have at any given point in time. And so Joel potentially is navigating that dissonance by basically stuffing it and creating narratives that are along the lines of, like, shit happens. Because if he goes into any more depth on that, he's going to have to confront a lot of really deep emotional turmoil that, based on circumstance right now and the need to survive, he doesn't have time to do. And that's why, I mean, really, Joel strikes me as a tragic figure up until this point in the game. Yes, I have, Yumi, but I am playing it as if it's my first. Could you explain cognitive dissonance? So cognitive dissonance arises when there are two conflicting ideas that have to be held at the same time, or when we have an experience that misaligns with our expectations for the thing. And what that means is that like your brain has to like basically put two things together that it doesn't know how to consolidate, and that creates what's called aversive arousal, more often known as anxiety. And cognitive dissonance from a evolutionary standpoint is risky. It's potentially destructive because it causes us to hesitate. So what our brain tries to do is override that, create the aversive arousal response, and then does what it can to mitigate that dissonance so that it can anticipate its environment and thus have a better chance of surviving. And so because the circumstances are demanding that Joel survive here, he is having to constantly override the aversive arousal he experiences as it relates to surviving amidst a narrative of survivor's guilt. Again, I always like to reiterate that guilt is not a feeling, guilt's a narrative. So that's where we are. Heavy stuff, man. So it will be interesting to see if Joel directs some of this harshness and sense of failure toward Ellie as we go on here. I don't know if he will, but my hypothesis would be that if he's not careful, he will. And we want to help him understand that Ellie is not Tess. Ellie is not Sarah. Ellie is another person for him to take care of for sure, and that's going to stir up stuff for him that he has no business making Ellie's problem because it's not Ellie's to take on. Ellie is not in charge of reinforcing Joel's role as a caregiver by continuing to survive. Yet my guess is there's a good chance he's going to probably do that.
We'll go upstairs. Probably get out from there.
Holy shit.
Just keep pushing forward.
I'm pretty sure he's saying that to himself, not just to Ellie. Like he's trying to take care of Ellie and take care of himself through taking care of Ellie.
Target neutralized. She took out 2 of my men. Copy that. You, take out the door. You
Damn.
with me. Yes, sir.
They're gonna be here soon.
God, we gotta get out of here. We have got to get out of here.
We should move.
I agree. Hopefully they're only coming from over there. Oh, God. Hey, what do you got for me here, Ranger? Oh, hell yeah. How do they know there were 3 of us? They probably got alerted that there were 3 of us because of the alarms that went out when we shot those officers back when we found out that Ellie was infected. Oh, we got a hunting rifle?
What do we do? Joel?
I got this.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna check out this area. You.
Check the hall. Come on. Make one false move.
I'd rather not. Oh boy. I could get one good shot off here. Oh, I missed. Oh my God.
Head down.
Oh, fuck.
Oh shit. Oh shit. That guy's got a helmet on. Come on, buddy. You running away like a little bitch? Come on. Come on over here. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, he's not even the last guy? Oh, shit.
Come on, Ellie.
Ooh, baby. Okay.
Man.
All survival at this point, man. They're trying to kill me. I got no mercy.
Go, come on.
I need bullets, man. I doubt there's gonna be any in here, though.
Stay with me, come on.
Way to be directive, Joel. That's good. This is dangerous. You want to shepherd people through crisis situations? Give directives. Don't ask questions. Boy. Another piece of wood.
What are we doing? Joel, how are we gonna get out of here?
Right. We're gonna go through that hall. Stay down, I don't know how many more there are.
It's interesting to me that he is as open to this as he is. I think it might be because he no longer can pawn it off on Tess. Now he's in charge. Oh boy. Alrighty. Oh! What up, muchacho?
Report.
Not clear.
Fuck.
Report that. They're making a TV adaptation of the game. Your opinion? That they're making a TV. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I don't know anything about it. Other than the casting. I mean, hopefully it's good. You suck. Oh boy. Oh boy. Punching that helmet has gotta hurt so bad. Let's get patched up.
He's got a gun!
Yeah, he does. Damn. You're ruthless. Look at this guy. This guy's deaf as shit because he's wearing a helmet. Look at this guy. Like, where are you? Where'd all my friends go? Oh shit, there's two of them. You guys didn't hear those gunshots? Go this way. Yeah, you two gonna stick together? Because that would be the smart thing to do. gonna be able to sneak past. Oh!
Joel, there's the exit.
I see it.
Oh, I see it. Oh, God. Oh, God. Holy shit, man. Probably, Varen. I would imagine. There's generally, like, humans do well when they have relationships they can trust, and I imagine if back in the day there was like a person or two where people could trust their vulnerabilities and talk about what was going on for them and knew it wasn't going anywhere, that it would have been good for them. So I have no doubt that that existed back in the day. Falcon Punch, that's right. I choose to believe that it works like Uncharted, where basically Naughty Dog said that Nathan Drake doesn't have a health bar, it's his luck, and that as the screen like turns red and stuff, it's because his luck is running out. I choose to believe the same thing for Joel. No, I haven't, Titan.
There's stairs over there.
Stay low.
Oh, okay. Jesus. Run! No! God, Ellie. Keep going. Good for you. That's right. Stay ahead of me. That way I can see where you are. Keep go. Oh, God. Put a mask on.
I repeat, no target.
There's a soldier over there.
Copy that.
How the hell are you breathing in this stuff?
I wasn't lying to you.
You spot him?
Perhaps that's the
No,
evidence that
wait,
Joel
don't-
needs.
I'll search out here. Go check down there. All right. I guess you want to do this the hard way.
Yes, you want to do this the hard way, brother. Oh, God, don't turn around. Don't turn around. Don't turn around. Oh, God! Move, Ellie! Oh, Jesus. Ellie is always in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Fuck. They're not here.
Yeah, your guy just passed out. That's all it was.
Come on, we'll be out of here.
No idea, Varen. Ooh, she is supposedly immune to the disease. She was bit 3 weeks ago and hasn't turned, whereas usually in an hour or two people turn, and now she's breathing in spores. So we're getting increasingly mounted evidence that suggests that Ellie is in fact maybe not susceptible to this. And Joel has been skeptical, but this, I mean, you can sort of see that hesitation in that moment where he like looks at her and he's like, damn, maybe this actually is real. And that this goes beyond
Come on, man. There's two ways out of
some
this.
fib that the Fireflies are telling. Because Joel is seeing it with his own eyes, which for a lot of people really does help them accommodate and invite new expectations for things. All right, we knocked those guys out. Oh, no, you're good, Varen. Good. Sometimes I'm a little dense. Okie dokie. What's it called in Boston? The T? Is that what trains are called? I've only been to Boston a couple times. I never rode the train.
can't swim.
We'll figure something out.
You can't swim, huh? Titan, that's just the part of the game we're at. I mean, so far we're seeing a lot of it, but that's because we're trying to get out of the place that we're in. I don't really know why the military is so invested in keeping the two of us in. Like, there's, you know, it's kind of like, we're two people. What the hell do you care? Why are you throwing so many resources at this? But they are.
Ellie?
I'm fine.
All right, waist deep. That's good. Why don't I just go that way? Why am I swimming around like an idiot? I doubt it, Titan. Oh, shit. Oh, that's Ellie. Okay. Hey, look at this. Hop on, Ellie. This will be fun.
Get on.
Really?
Ellie.
Okay.
He is starting to refer to her by name.
Well,
I got you.
What you got for me, brother? All right. Your contact is a dude named Frank. He's the guy on the outside I've been trading with. He wants into the Boston QZ. Meet him in the Park Street exit of the subway station right by the Capitol building. Attached is his visa and QZ papers. You like that handiwork? Be careful down there. Some of my other guys are reporting clickers and stalkers in the area. Where the hell is this guy? I've been waiting here for over 2 hours, sweating bullets. I keep thinking I'm seeing something move in the shadows. Seems like a stalker is going to jump out at me in any second now. I'm giving him another 15 minutes and then I'm heading back. Why would you write that down? Yummy, 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 yummy. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Some pills. Little firefly insignia. Seems like a random place to have that. Oh, Ellie, thank you for that ladder. Appreciate that, homie. Oh, God. Walking around with wet socks. Socks that he's probably been wearing for weeks. Ugh. Yes, I do, Titan.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, there's drowning in this game. If I don't surface with enough time, Joel will start to get injured. Yeah, we'll get trench foot. We're gonna walk around with trench foot. All right, we're out.
look, about Tess. I don't even know what
Here's how this thing's gonna play out. You don't bring up Tess. Ever. Matter of fact, we just keep our histories to ourselves. Secondly, don't tell anybody about your condition. They think you're crazy, they'll try to kill you. And lastly, you do what I say when I say it. We clear?
Sure.
Repeat it.
What you say goes.
Good. Now there's a town a few miles north of here. There's a fella there that owes me some favors. Good chance he could get us a car.
Okay.
Let's get a move on. Now, there we go. Yeah, it'll be faster to go through here.
Man.
What?
Nothing, it's just... I've never seen anything like this, that's all.
You mean the woods?
Yeah. Never walked through the woods. It's kind of cool.
Anger's part of grief sometimes. And Joel being that harsh with Ellie, I think, is because Joel himself doesn't know what to say or do. Doesn't quite know how to process it. Has been stuffing deep emotions for a long time. And so when Ellie brings it up, first of all, that's going to bring up a ton of vulnerability. That's going to bring up some stuff that Joel probably just, to this point, he just can't bring himself to pay attention to. Joel's lost probably more than just Tess. He's lost more than Sarah. And for him, bringing those things up only makes it more raw. It scratches in an old wound. So he'd much rather it be kept locked down. Well, Ellie doesn't know Joel's history. She doesn't know what happened with Sarah. As far as she knows, Tess might be the first close person that I've ever lost. And she's probably interacting with Joel in the way that she would want to be interacted with, which is with some softness and tenderness. Joel, on the other hand, is super directive by saying, don't you ever bring this shit up with me, ever. Don't ever bring it up again. And I honestly think it's because Joel doesn't know how to handle it. Not because he doesn't care, not because he's some calloused ass. I think he just doesn't know how to handle it and can't afford himself the opportunity to look at what this means, that he's now lost at least two people that he's cared for. So his harshness with Ellie there makes sense. Now, the thing is, Ellie has no way of being able to understand that in context. So now if you're Ellie, you're probably looking at it going, damn, what a calloused bastard. Right? Like fuck you, buddy. And from her perspective, fine. But whenever people are directive like that, in a way that seems like it's biting and terse and quick, I generally think people do well to consider that there's probably vulnerability there that a person is trying to protect. I'm also going to use this as a chance to discuss another concept that we sometimes talk about as therapists, particularly in couples therapy, but I think this applies to individuals as well, is there's these things called vulnerability cycles. And I actually did a YouTube video about this if anybody wants to watch it, but vulnerability cycle basically says that we have core vulnerabilities that are really soft, tender spots for us. And that when those vulnerabilities are touched on, we engage in what are called survival strategies, which is basically how do we make sure that those vulnerabilities are protected and cared for and not exposed and picked at. And oftentimes, people's survival strategies become reinforcing of each other. So there's a vulnerability here of, I'm a caretaker. I was tasked with making sure Tess is okay. I've been tasked with making sure that Ellie's okay. Tess is not okay. Tess got bit. All of a sudden, I have to engage with that vulnerability. What is Joel's survival strategy? Be very terse and aggressive. And directive. Deflect. get people and myself away from it. Now, if Ellie has a vulnerability that's basically like, I'm burdensome to the people around me and people are dying because of me, and her survival strategy is to either make jokes or seek comfort or to process it with Joel, and then he responds that way, it potentially hits on her vulnerability, which is that I'm burdensome to this man. That me trying to make an effort is harmful to him. And so now we're in a cycle of survival strategies butting up against each other, even though really what's happening is they're both feeling vulnerable and exposed at the same time. Our goal, if we were going to try to work on the relationship with Joel and Ellie, would be to try to get them to speak from their vulnerabilities as opposed to from their survival strategies. Probably going to be easier for Ellie than it is for Joel.
Why don't you just take me back to Marlene?
If she was up to the task, why'd she drop you off on us?
Well, maybe she's better now.
Kid, I don't mean to upset you, but your friend's chances of survival weren't too high to begin with.
She's a lot tougher than you think.
It don't matter. Because I doubt I can get either one of us back into the city in one piece. Trust me. I wish there was some other option.
He has softened a bit, though. Just a little bit. I'm not sure he can help it. Because ultimately, if Ellie is rubbing up against an internal representation he has of his daughter, him being mean to her starts to be counterproductive to him engaging with that. Like, being mean to Ellie becomes, in some ways, being mean to his daughter. The other thing that we have to be careful of here for Joel is that there's a good chance he might be projecting some of his ideals about his daughter onto Ellie without even knowing it. And is going to interact with her based on expectations he had of his daughter, not of Ellie. And that if Ellie acts in a way that clashes with the way that his daughter was, he's going to experience some of that dissonance that we were talking about earlier. And one of the ways he may try to mitigate that is either by, pushing it down or becoming aggressive and annoyed. And so I'm going to be looking out for that as this game continues. Damn, this is pretty. Holy shit. This game came out, this remastered version came out in something like 2013 or 2014, and it is just so freaking pretty.
Oh, hey, buddy.
We got bunnies, we got birds. Yeah, it came out either with the PS4 or shortly after it. I literally bought a PS3 for this game. I bought the game twice. Once for PS3, once for PS4. And I have never traded it in because I enjoy the game immensely. And again, thank you for coming along. We're playing this as if it's my first time, even though I've played it a couple times, and it's spoiler-free. And so I appreciate all of you contributing to the spoiler-freeness of this game.
Whoa.
What?
Fireflies. I mean, real fireflies.
Yeah, I see that.
Sorry. I lost myself for a sec.
It's all right, Ellie. Well, this ain't looking good. Thank you again for being here, chat. And YouTube, thank you for watching the VOD. Really glad that y'all hang out with me.
Get up here and I'll get a look.
And I hope that me talking through this stuff is meaningful to you in some way. I hope maybe you learn a little thing or two. I love doing this, so. Damn, look at that. Oh, looks like we're gonna need to use that. Another helpful and well-placed piece of wood. Oh, I see it.
What about this?
set this here. And climb here. Are you kidding me? Are you?
Here we go.
It's fine. We're good. We made it across.
You, Bill?
Where do you usually meet him?
Huh? Different places.
You've never been here, have you?
I know this is where he lives, but no, I ain't never been here personally.
And that smoke, you think that's him?
Sure as hell better be.
Well, let's go check it out then.
All right, come on.